While stadiums erupt, jerseys sell out, and entire cities hold their breath over a single game, there's a quiet group of people watching all of this with total indifference. They're not angry, they're not confused, they just don't care. And neuroscience suggests that this isn't a personality flaw. It may be a difference in how the brain is wired. Let's start with a simple truth. Humans are tribal by nature. For most of history, belonging to a group meant survival. Your tribe hunted together, defended together, lived together. Modern sports tap directly into that ancient wiring. When fans watch their team, the brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone involved in trust, attachment, and family connection. To the brain, those players aren't strangers, they're us. But not everyone experiences that response. People who feel indifferent towards sports often show lower levels of tribal identity attachment. Their sense of self isn't anchored to group affiliation. Instead of we won or we lost, their identity stays personal and internal. Research has found that low sports interest correlates with reduced us versus them thinking. Translation, they don't feel instinctively hostile toward opposing teams or anyone else just for being on the other side. Now here's where it gets fascinating. For dedicated fans, watching a game repeatedly activates the brain's dopamine reward system. Every play carries anticipation. Every score delivers a hit of reward. The uncertainty is what makes it powerful. This is called intermittent reinforcement, the same psychological mechanism that makes gambling addictive. The brain doesn't care where dopamine comes from. It only learns what to chase. People who don't care about sports simply don't get that dopamine spike from vicarious competition. And genetics may play a role. Variations in dopamine receptor sensitivity can influence how strongly someone responds to competitive spectator events. In other words, your indifference might not be a choice. It could be biology. There's also something called basking in reflected glory. Fans emotionally merge their identity with a team's success. When the team wins, self-esteem rises. When the team loses, mood drops. Non-fans tend to have more stable self-concepts. Their sense of success isn't outsourced to outcomes they can't control. Interestingly, sports fans often score high in emotional empathy, but they focus that empathy narrowly toward teams, toward players, toward narratives on the field. Non-fans allocate empathy elsewhere: art, music, ideas, relationships, creative work. Studies show they often score higher in openness to experience and appreciation of beauty. They seek meaning differently, but just as deeply. For some people, disinterest in sports is also protective. Past exclusion, negative experiences, or simply rejecting aggressive competition culture. And sometimes, let's be honest, it's just boring to them. The real divide isn't intelligence, passion, or depth. It's where meaning comes from. Sports fans find meaning in shared narrative and collective uncertainty. Non-fans find meaning in direct engagement, where their effort actually changes the outcome. Both are valid. So the next time someone asks, "Did you watch the game?" and you genuinely couldn't care less, remember this: you're not missing out. You're not broken. You're just playing a different game, and that difference might be exactly to your advantage.